We all live in the same world, a world that is not always filled with pleasure, a world filled with things that we like and also things that we don't like, a world filled with wonderful things and troublesome things. But why in this final world there are people who always seems happy and there are people who always complain for his condition? In fact, we all live in the same world. My name is Noval Dawi, and I am about to explain my answer for this question. One day, a man spent his holiday in a famously beautiful diving spot. He has prepared all his diving gears, which is the best ones. He prepared the best diving suit, the best oxygen tank, the best breath regulator, the best scuba mask, the best headlight, and the best diving fins. He came accompanied by the best tour guide with the best boat to the best diving spot. When he arrived at the dive site, he wore all his diving gear properly. Then he dived to a depth of 2 meters, 3 meters. There he witnessed such an amazing sight. There were colorful fishes. There were clownfish that didn't look like a clown. And there were angelfish that also didn't look like an angel. But the colors were very beautiful with coral reefs that were no less beautiful. There were fish that dared to approach. There were fish that are shy and hid between the sea anemones. There were fish swimming in a group. There were fish swimming alone. Various kinds of beauty were presented before him, and he enjoyed all of them. In the distance, he saw a man who was also at the same depth, wearing only shirt and a t-shirt. He was amazed by the man. He dived with variety of gears and was not cheap, while that man dived with only shirt and t-shirt. So he gave the man a thumb up. The man replied with a wave of his hand. Finished enjoying the coral reefs, he continued to dive to a depth of 10 meters. The view was more beautiful. The view was more amazing. There, he found different kinds of fish. He also found a shipwreck that became a nest of so many fish. There were groups of small fish. There were also schools of large fish. And in the distance, again, he saw the man in shirt and t-shirt at the same depth. He thought, if it is 2 meters depth, 2 meters deep, taking a breath to the surface is still close. But this is at depth of 10 meters. What a great guy this is. He raised two thumbs up at the man. And again, the man replied with a wave of his hand. Then he continued to dive to a depth of 15 meters, 16 meters. The sun began to dim. It can no longer enter the depths of the ocean. His vision became darker. So he turned on the spotlight on his forehead. When he turned on the spotlight, it turned out that the man in shorts and t-shirt was already in front of him. What a great man this is. At this depths without any diving gear? Is that possible? Curious, he pulled the man up to the surface. Wow, how can you dive that deep without any equipment? To be able to dive that deep, I need to dive with all this not cheap diving equipment. But you are able to dive without any equipment, uh, he said to the man. The man replied, thank you, sir. I was drowning. In this life, we are actually living in a sea of pleasure from God, which is so beautiful, so amazing. To be able to dive into, to enjoy this ocean we call life, we need to prepare tools that enable us to see more clearly the amazing things in life that God has provided. That tool is gratitude. In a sea of pleasure, in a sea of amazing things, gratitude is the difference between a diving person and a drowning person. People who dive into the ocean of life with a sense of gratitude are able to enjoy life, enjoy all its joys, enjoy all its sorrows. People who are drowned in the sea of life without gratitude will find how this life makes him miserable, makes him difficult to breathe, makes him feel tortured. So why in this final world there are people who always seems happy and there are people who always complain for his conditions? It's about gratitude. That's all from me, and thank you.